Hope is alive inside my soul. With God beside me, I'll reach the goal. Strengthen my spirit when discouragement tries to weigh me down. When doors close and progress feels slow, help me stand firm and keep moving forward. Let courage rise in my heart like a fire that cannot be extinguished. Bible said, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Renew my strength today, Lord. When I feel tired, lift me up again. When I feel weak, remind me that your strength is greater than my weakness. I will not give up. I will go on. God's strength in me is rising strong. When I feel weak, He lifts my heart. His faithful love will never depart. Step by step, He leads my way, giving me courage for today. Hope is alive inside my soul. With God beside me, I'll reach the goal. Give me the courage to face challenges without fear. Give me the courage to rise after every step. Give me the courage to keep believing, even when the outcome is not yet visible. Let determination replace doubt. Let faith replace fear. Let hope replace discouragement. Strengthen my heart so that no obstacle can cause me to abandon the path you have set before me. Lord, help me keep moving forward, step by step, trusting that you are guiding my journey and preparing a future greater than anything I can imagine. Amen.
The Lord said I should tell you this. He said I will glorify my name over and over again. And I will do it inside me in the days of old. And I will show that I am God. That all will never tell. I will show that I am God. The glory of God is here this morning. I will glorify my name over and over again. I will do the things I need, oh, in my days of old. And I will show that I am God. That God will never change. I will show that I am. Come on, everybody, lift your voice and say, I am that I am. Say that with the Lord of hosts. Well, folks, want to say good evening to you all that are following. Want to say thanks for following. It is the Twah River TV, the Riverside Talk. We are here again with another edition of the Riverside Talk, and I want to say welcome to you all watching via Facebook. Chris Gamble is watching from Slow Gamble. Thanks for following and watching. I hope Gamble is okay tonight. Tell them to come outside. Everybody come sit down with you watch the Twah River TV. For all of you that are following, I want to say thank you. And if you come across this video, it is Twah River TV. Well, folks, we are sorry for that break in transmission. It was due to some technical issue. I want to say sorry for that, and we are back. We are back, and let's continue. Like I was saying, welcome to you all to today's edition. Those they gadget then sometimes they can want act crazy, but thank God I got my stand by. So welcome to you all, folks. We are here with another edition of today's topic, and we will dive deeper into Liberia, what is happening in Liberia, and how we can, iron things out. It is indeed a wonderful day. Facebook, we don't know copyright to music that we play on this platform. Absolutely no right, no copyright. Let me say that. It is a privilege to be here. And today being the last Sunday in May. We've gone 5 months already. Tomorrow we'll be entering into the first half of the year. 6 months, June. And let me say happy pre-birthday to all the Juneians, including myself, and my little man, Larry. And all the June babies want to say happy pre-birthday to you all. It is our birth month, so I will keep talking about us until June is over. Happy birthday to you all, including myself. Mine is on the 14th, and my little man is on the 11th. And I want to say happy birthday to you all. All right, folks. So this is what we have for this week. Tomorrow we'll be in conversation with Mr. Harrison Elbow. We'll have him to be the focus person for I call it maternal child health for belly care. That is assigned at the Complete Comprehensive Health Center. We'll be speaking to him, and then on Tuesday we'll be in conversation with the acting vice chancellor, Mr. Neamaru of the ABC University. They will be here talk about ABC, and also we will on Wednesday we will host District Number 4 Policymaker Honorable Honest Massey will be our guest on Wednesday, and it will be another fantastic discussion here comes Wednesday. So we are encouraging all of you to keep following and watch as we dive deeper into those conversation comes comes Wednesday. But before then, let's go into today's discussion. Liberia, you know, the mother of Africa. We give birth to most of the African countries. We're talking about Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and you name it. We are the oldest on the continent of Africa, a former developed country. Understand the word former developed country. The country that was once a boiling point for Africa, even the entire Western country, where people used to live to come and visit. Where people live to come and visit. It has become now, one of the country that is struggling now to get back on her feet. We fought, we destroy our own properties, and now it has become, very much challenging since the 14-year brutal civil crisis for us to get back to our feet. It has become an issue. We are gradually building Liberia. But one thing that is still lacking in our building process is that we still have not grasped the understanding that the building of Liberia is not only solely the government responsibility, it's not the government alone to do. It is all of us collective effort. They have the major portion to do. They have their part to play, and we too have our part to play. That is what we are to do. That is what we all can do as a citizen of Liberia to build our country. We Liberians, we the citizens ourselves have part to play. The government have the larger portion. The government has her part to play. But we the citizens have ours to do. Number one that we citizens are to do is when it comes to sanitation, it is our responsibility. When it comes to sanitation, we citizens have to take the sanitation aspect very careful. You don't expect the government to come and clean for you. You gotta clean your own area. I'm not saying people don't clean up. But I'm talking about those major areas that we gather on a daily basis, to interact, to commute, to sell to people. We have to take into consideration, those environment. We're sitting, among those dirt. We eat, we sell food items to one another. And then we kept complaining about this TAFO, 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 TAFO. Literally, almost everybody in Liberia got TAFO. We don't have a proper sanitation area. I get it. It's important. If you put your own little structure down, put your own bathroom. Put your own bathroom. And the government will have to, be proactive when it comes to those, dirt on the street. Talking about those major, those major commercial areas where you see part of there, especially places that red light, where you see dirt will be part to the extent. I think, you know, breaking in dump trucks, that couple of dump trucks that will go around on a daily basis, since we have that commercial area, the dirt is part of a thing. Instead of letting it to part of, we have people cleaning them, and then we have place for it to go. Those things can be made out of fertilizer that we grow crops out of. Those things can be, those plastics they can be burned and produce different commodities out of. It's also important, to create the awareness. We have, trash containers, major trash containers that won't be taken away. Or probably we could have a dumpster place somewhere where the dirt will be dumped into it. At the end of the day, you have the truck come and just lift everything and take it away and pull another truck down. When we do that, we'll be making our environment safe. If we take strong measure and do it. One thing about us Liberian was when things kind of need it, hard for us to embrace it. But once we stand our ground, once the authorities stand their ground and say this is going to happen, you see people will start buying. Man, you have dumpsters set up somewhere into the commercial area where people go and dump trash. You will see to it that once people doing it, another person doing it, and somebody else is not doing it, they'll tell their friends, say, "Bah, go drop it. We got dumpster over there. Go put it there over there. Bah, go do the one." So we all will adapt to it and then move forward with it. But if we just sit and if we just sit and lie, be like, "Oh, the government responsible and this and that." Yeah, the government responsible to a certain extent, but we outside too, we the citizens gotta play our part. You sit in Liberia and see other countries that and see other countries that they are well developed. Like let's say like the Western world, the America. Okay, let's just say America. Like everybody wants to come to America. The streets that you see, they are looking beautiful and things. We don't put dirt on the street, yo. We don't, because if we do it, even you see how somebody will go stand on the street and pee. You do it here, yeah. You do it when they hold you, that fine. They will find you. So nobody pee on the street. Nobody throw dirt on the street. You driving car, you have what we call plastic bags. All right. You got plastic bags in your car where you put all your trash, all your dirt. When you don't, you take it from there. If you find any public trash can, you either put it there or you bring it to your house and put it in your house trash can. That's how you see those streets are clean. You had a city authority, if they realize that there are a lot of sands on the street and this and that, you have specific machine that they will put on a road to wipe away those sand off the road. In those major cities, they have the city authority will they have machine that cleans the street. That's why you see those places are beautiful. We all want to come to America today. But it's very important that we all know that to keep our environment clean and safe, it lies with all of us, not one person job. With the government being the sole people to take charge, we ourselves are clothed with that authority to take charge and make sure that our environment is safe and sound. folks. Not Joseph Barker and J. Kun alone will build our country. All of us. All of us. The Rwanda that you have seen today have become the Dubai of Africa. Rwanda fought war like us. But then after their genocide, they all adapted to the rebuilding process. And that's why you see today Rwanda is one of the countries that everybody want to go visit. That every Liberians want to go there and go to school. We can adapt those same systems and make it work that we will see people trooping into our country to attend education. Do you think that the money that we spend in foreign countries on education, we can't even spend our money in our home country for education? Because if somebody lives Monrovia, University of Liberia, your tuition is not in $1,000. It's not even closer to maybe 200. Let's say 150. It's not even closer to that. Or let's say $100 for LU. I'm not talking about a private institution. It's not to that extent. Even if you are attending private institution, the highest places like Zion or UMU, the highest you could pay is somewhere maybe around 5. But we're talking about those foreign countries where students, fees are in thousand. The students got that student got have to eat, need house to stay, they other allowance. But he or she would, even if it is in Liberia, he or she would not spend that kind of amount. But we are spending those money on those countries, and those countries are moving forward developmentally. Why can't we? Why? What is wrong with us? Why can't we put ourselves, all of us put ourselves into this building process and take away this political jacket off and embrace Liberia and say it is time for us to rebuild this country and make it look like before, where you see people trooping into Liberia. I mean, though people our senior that live from the 70s to the coming towards the 80s. Liberia was a happiest state on the continent of Africa. People knew that. People leaving from all over just to come and see this small country called Liberia. People leaving from all over just to see this little developed country coming to Liberia to work. But yet still we have become a country. We have become a country that we've gone backward. And those baby countries that we give rise to are on a fast-paced development. Go see Ghana. Ghana got a car manufacturing plant. Nigeria also has a car manufacturing plant. All of those things developed and create jobs for the public. And these are investments that we think uh, we Liberia need. Let's say even if a car manufacturing plant is in Ghana, just let's say in Liberia, just think of how many Liberians will be employed. A lot. A lot will be employed. And I think it's very important that we look into those directions, all of us, whether you are in position, opposition, and say it's time to build. Whether you are sedition, You are a UPist. You are CMC, Liberty Party, ANC, all the party. It's time to build. It's time to build. We've allowed ourselves for this politics to get into us to the extent that everything we do is so negative. We're not thinking about the positive aspect that will come after that. But all we thought of is, so long it is not my party, so long it is not my government in power, nothing they're doing. Everything they do, it has negative meanings to me. That's not how society is built. The great United States we see today, those people that built this country and it is to what it is today, those people make sacrifices. And I think it is not late. We can build Liberia and bring it up to the speed we want it to be. We can build Liberia and improve our society. We can build Liberia and improve on our policy and implement strong policy that will support the growth of Liberia. There's too much of who know you, and this, who I am. Those things does not build, but it breaks and brings division. It does not build. You know who I am? Yesterday we spoke here on about mob violence. Mob violence. And I said that, you know, that derived from the video that circulated on Facebook, I think it was on a Friday, where a gentleman was beaten. And then just today, I came across another video where a lady was lured to another compound and was severely beaten by her fellow humans, fellow women. Those things does not build. Because those videos kept going around, it circulate. It's giving a negative signal to who being an investor said, let me go to the library and go invest. See, just take for example, see how we embrace see how we embrace, the TAF Global, the real estate company coming to in Liberia. See how happy we are. We saying, oh, we come and get more than houses than other places. You think we Liberian can do that? You think we can? And I bet maybe those houses, uh, uh, maybe I'm just assuming maybe the least that will be amount will be somewhere around 100 to 150,000 will be the least. I'm just assuming that. I'm not talking about level the USD. Now, Liberians have money. We could put together and build a company, that will do those things. Ask anybody that lives in America or even in the Western world, the thing they call mortgage. Somebody say, "Oh, I get house. I buy my house and this and that." They've been giving you the money. Let's say you went and bought a house for 150,000. The bank gave you the money. The bank will give you that 150,000. But before you guys don't pay that 150,000, you have either paid 300 plus thousand for that home. Because the interest alone is hard. This is, how society is built. You have a group of people going together and say, okay, let's go as real estate developers. Let's buy this land.
liaise with bank, buy, construct a home. You open apartment complex, modern apartment complex, and lease it to people. You open a real estate area, and those modern communities and build it. You will see how we Liberians will love good things. You'll see how Liberians will go to buy to live to those places. But yeah, I say now. Good job. Sorry. Yeah, I say now we Tav Global is in Liberia. We Tav Global is in Liberia. We are all eager, very much excited, to own a property with Tav Global. Liberians. The development of Liberia, it lasts with ourselves. Until we put off this, who know you, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We would just be making a show. But I think it is possible that we can do it. It is possible. If we have that mindset, if we think correctly to embrace those ideas and say, let's build, it's possible that we can do it. 100% possible. Well, folks, it is Twah River TV, the RiverSide Talk. We are here again, like we said. Our main goal is to, provide information to the public, a legitimate one, not fake. And we are the watchdog in society, specifically District Number 4. We are the eyes of our people. We are the mouthpiece of our people. Whenever it happens, we'll say, you do the good one, we'll talk it. The bad one, you do it, we'll come here and sit down here and talk it. Fine, you can do. You know, last year there was a big topic in Liberia, yellow machine, yellow machine, yellow machine, yellow machine. How the government, the rescue government lied about yellow machine, how this one happened. And then a couple months back, we saw that, a batch of those yellow machine enters the country. These are some of the things we're talking about. Some of the yellow machine enters the country, and then, the issue that they say, oh, it was fake. There's nothing like yellow machine. Those things went down. But as we speak, the last batch of that yellow machine has entered the country. And according to information, it is June that those machines will be distributed into the various counties. Which we applaud the government for that effort. We applaud them a lot for that bold step. And we hope and pray that as they have that intention, with their intention of, let's connect our farm to market roads, let's pave our roads and make it look, very durable and appealing to society. It's very much commendable. But those machines has been placed in we the Liberians in our hands. And when I sit and think, what I always contemplate on is, will we manage this equipment with, pride and dignity? Will we? Because one thing about us, once, things that it is not ours, we don't know how to manage it well. Things that we didn't spend our own personal cash on. We don't care. That's a simple way of saying we just don't care. We use it anyhow we feel like using it. Then I say, oh, we say product that thing the browser product that not anything say product thing that trash, that dirt. These are stigma that goes with us. Can we erase them off our minds? Can we? Because those equipments go into the county. And as they are going to the county, it requires us, you know, it requires proper management, those that will be heading there. And I trust the ability of the team that will head there. Talking about former Defense Minister Samuka, Roger Doma, and all the other folks. We are appealing to you people. We are appealing that this equipment be properly. There should be strong warning to who be the administrators of to whosoever that will take delivery of those equipment in various counties. Strong warning, so that they will not just mismanage it, and when it breaks down, we just leave them right there. At the end of the day, we'll make it out of scrap. That's not what those equipment was brought for. Those equipment was brought in a country to be able to connect our roads, to connect our villages, to bring relief to the market here. Somebody say now in Bokonima, somebody say now in Lofa. Somebody say now in Glaze Wapie. Somebody all the way in southeast. So that they will have access to roads to be able to bring those goods in town and sell. Listen, I myself, I did what we call go by chop, right? I know, and later I know everybody that watching this show know what is go by chop. Go by chop, if in case you are not aware, is you know you see to realize they get a place called go by chop fee. There where people goes in the interior, maybe planting pepper, edibles, yam, all those things people will buy and bring it to that field to sell. I did that. I did go by chop. I did how you call it, I sold cattle just to survive, just to go to school. We did all of that. We will go into those villages, buy our planting. My first experience on a Gorbachev field, with a Gorbachev market was that I went to a town uh behind, La Pie. How you call this? Eh. You are play right. There's a town behind that. I went there and I bought my plantings fresh into the business. I bought those ones that were fully ripe. Talking about both planting bananas and things. After I got through buying, some of those plantings and bananas start getting ripe. To find car, it took me a week to find a car. And by the time I got a car, most of those goods those bananas have already started getting rotten. The little one I took to town, how to go at your women can put their hand in your eye. The peppermint good. All the day one I took to town, the money left in transportation. I came back empty-handed again. This time around, took it beyond pepper. And by the time the 2 bag of pepper I brought to town, by the time I got to town, they said pepper price dropped. And then I got beyond planting again. You know, I'm narrating those stories to say that at the time, the main reason at the time those people goose was poor is that the road connection. When you put those things on car, maybe from those villages to come to Campley and then to pick up to come to Monrovia, you might likely spend a day and a half on the way, or probably 2 days before you get to town. We're talking about a time when those roads were very bad off. So now we are thankful that we have earth moving equipment that is going to those various counties. And as those equipments are going, it is us citizens' responsibility to take care of that and make sure that they are in good hands so we won't start complaining again. Now, people, let's stop complaining and tell God, thank you for the little one we have. We're making progress, oh, but if all of us can work together, we will make a tremendous progress as those machines will be distributed. County authority, y'all pull your ego aside and try to do the people work. So I think one thing, when this man was still alive, there's something that he said when he got into the presidential campaign. There's something that he said that I liked. I'm talking about the late godfather of Denmark, Senator Johnson. There's something that Senator Johnson said that I like. And what he said was, generally asking, I think that was BBC or one of those stations. Was it Liberty? One of those stations asked him, and then they said, why? What are your plight? And then he was able to say, if I become president, I wanted to decentralize this government, and I would also like to say that let you know city mayor, county uh, superintendent, all other positions be voted upon instead of being appointed. Because if I am appointed, I would like to work at the will and pleasure of my boss who appointed me. But if I am elected, I work for the people and work alongside the president. That's how it works to where I sit. You have the United States government, and then you have the state governor, or the state president, or the state superintendent, along with entire cabinet. And then you have the Senate, you have the state Senate, you have the state rep. I think those systems will sound more better, especially when it comes to the soup, assisting soup for development, and you name a city mayor, this and that. All the opposition, I think it's important we vote for it. We vote people for those posts, then appointing them. Maybe we'll see a changes. But as we have, as those equipments, by the grace of God, with the credible information we have, that those equipments have landed in Liberia is a plus, and we applaud the government for that. But the management team, you gotta be very much proactive. We don't want our machine to be so as crap, because if we misuse it and then it is sparked now, and each of those parts that, in fact, maybe the parts that got damaged, it comes a huge price. That is a constraint to you and I. Let's take proper care of those, those items, those equipments that we've got to receive. Let's take proper care. It is us Liberians that owns that. That machine not going to pay Joseph Baga house rule because his house road is well paved. That machine not going to VP house to go pay VP house road. His house road is paved. But our mission is coming to you and now, the ordinary people is coming to our county. And what we should do is as it arrives in those counties, it is our responsibility, we the citizens, to take good care of it. Who be operator, whoever you are to operate, you be selected to operate on our machine. Please handle them with care. Handle them with care. And we sorry, I had a so it's all of us sole responsibility that we are to, um, handle those equipment with care. We have to do it. Let it not be confusion in our country. Let it not. Let it not be confusion in the counties where we will, say, oh, they brought a thing that only the people alone benefiting. The other group not benefiting. That machine is enough to do good work in Liberia. And we applaud the administration for that. Want to say thank you to y'all. Like I always say, y'all thank you. Y'all thank you. Y'all doing well. But more needs to be done. More needs to be done. All right, we'll hold it right there. Well, folks, want to say thank you to you all. RiverSide Talk, the Twah River platform. We are here again, and want to say thanks for following all those of you that are following, those of you that will come across this video. Thank you all. Please uh, follow us, subscribe, and share our page to your follower too as well. Liberia. I came across a communication or a video where uh, the Liberia um, where the Liberian where the Liberia School of Law hosted Rule of Law lecture series. Franklin Mammon, welcome to the show. You know, this sounds very good on a serious note. It sounds very well with this. Hosting rule of law uh, lecture series is good. And I'm glad Liberia is now having more lawyers, people who are practicing lawyers, people who went to the former law school, and then you name it. It's good. But is it, are we actually holding down when it comes to, you know, the rule of law in Liberia? Are we actually following it? Because having those series, you have a lot of lawyers who will attend, all people who are in law school and this and that, they all will go sit there and attend and listen to that. The law is written. But are we actually following those laws? Are we living by them? Franklin, let's hear you. Mr. Miami, are you there? All right, while we are with Franklin, probably his network is also fluctuating. I'm sure of that. Um, it's very much important as we host those series to make sure that you know, the issue of rule of law should be, you know, the key bill. We have it, but we've become, in my personal opinion, we've become a lawless society because we take the laws into our hands. We take the laws into our hands. We don't give chance for law to take its course. When things happen, we jump strictly into action. Franklin, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here now. Okay, I think monitor you talking about the rule of law series that was launched by Liberia Law School.
Mhm.
Uh, it is very much interesting, and I think these are some of the series we need in our country for people to be able to know how to live with one another, for people to know how to deal with issues. Because there's a saying that ignorant to the law excuses no man. And if people are not taught, if people are not there, I think Louis Arthur Green School of Law also launched similar program, but their own was awareness, carrying sample in various counties to call for assistance when you need some explanation, when you need all those things they have them. But it is for us to be able to know what we are doing. For example, I think I saw the thing on you get Koluba blog today that talk about beating a person who ran her mouth. We call them
Yes.
gossip. The
Yeah.
person, yeah, yeah. The person told somebody they said that your wife or girlfriend is loving to someone here. And I heard that she was beaten unmercifully. While we painted her situation, she herself too, she was to know her right or her limit in disclosing someone's privacy to people. And one of the things we also learned, the treatment we received was not good for me. I was just laughing with her. I said, but they were to beat her good because she ran her mouth. So all of these things can happen in our society when we are not guided by the principles that the country stands for. You just tell someone issue, you make it your issue, and you run with it all around. Or the moment you hear that somebody has gone against you, instead of you taking the rightful step, you don't do it and you go ahead to take law in your own hands. These are things, of course, what we call mob violence and lead to death in our country. So they are not good. And if a law school is coming out to lecture people to know what the law says, I think it's a very good thing to do. And we, the citizens, we all need to also learn from it and be able to live by it.
Yeah, so we all need to learn and live by it. And I commend the law school, the Liberian Law School, excuse me, the Liberian Law School for that effort. But my thing is, I would like to appeal to them. Don't just do it to the law student. Please create this awareness in our communities. Let the public get to know what the law says. Because mob violence is getting alarming now in Liberia. On a serious note, we will jump and beat another person mercilessly, and then we say, quote unquote, the person is a rogue, or the person is a criminal, or the person run his or her mouth. While it is true that we all need privacy, but our society have legal system. Why can't we try the legal system than taking matters into our own hands? Just now, as I am seated here, I received a message from Campley that somebody stole from the house. They arrested him and turned him over to police.
Somebody did what?
Somebody stole from the house in Campley.
Wow.
Somebody stole the cartoons of tar that was in the house. The person stole it, and they caught him. Now, the best thing they did was to, turn him over to the police. And now it's up to the police to do a justice. But we can't just grab the person and begin to beat on the person. Let the law take its course. Even if somebody run his or her mouth, you have the right. If you have evidence, take the person to law. That's the information of characters. But you beat on the person, and according to the lady, I read the story. They beat on the person, according to the lady said, those that beat on her are still moving in the community. And the mean architect, the mean lady that engineered that said the lady run her mouth to quote unquote her boyfriend or whatever, is boasting around that nothing will come out of it because she knew Gregory Coleman and she knew most of those BB hands in the government. So nothing will come out of it. So you decide to beat on your fellow human like you are beating your kids. And you pepper this person and beat the person mercilessly, and then you're roaming around that nothing will come out of it. You see how cruel and wicked we've become now? Why can't we allow law to take a course and then we see what will come after it? Then taking matters into our own hands where we will be, destroying one another. I don't think that is good. It is not right. Oh, sugar. It is not right, and we can't do that. We can't. Our
Yeah,
society.
so
Go ahead.
for me, I still consider the statements she made to be
Are you there, Franklin? Frank, are you there? All right, Franklin is having a network issue. Hopefully, he will, get straightened up with network and rejoin. Well, folks, if you are following us, it's Twah River TV. And let me give you all the lineup for this week. Tomorrow, we will be talking to Harrison Ball again.
Our society,
Go ahead.
our society is so prone to the extent that people will get information about you and they will not verify it. They will just run with it. Even media people are expected or verified news to be able to balance the information. Once you say that a person was flocked, you are not just a blogger. You are there to balance information. If a person gave you the information that I was handled by my colleagues and my phone is still in their care or their possession, they themselves too also they are trying to invade the privacy of the girl that is in question. So further news was to take the issue, go to those people involved, ask them what caused them to be on this person. And if the statement she's making that she have connection to the higher up, also verify that, then you will be able to come up with a balanced information instead of one-sided information. The people who run their mouth, they are too destructive in relationship. They don't mean well for people. They break down people's homes and go on around with their mouth. While it is true also we need privacy, as we said, the people who acted, they acted disorderly, and the law needs to deal with them. But she herself too should not also be continually running her mouth in people's cases. And she must not just blame the RG when she has not contacted the RG to find out, or she has not taken her case to police station for it to be investigated and determined.
Yeah, so I get your point that the Heritage, is it Heritage or Heritage News outlet did not, include a statement or make a notation whether they reach out to the accused party. It didn't happen. But here's the thing: that lady would not just beat herself like the way she was beaten. And I don't think no sign human being will sit and allow herself to be, beaten or by herself to that extent. But even if she ran her mouth, there are other ways that you could address the issue. This is teacher. So now you beat her, she's not going to school and missing out on her daily bread. That's why she finds her daily bread. But I think the whole idea here is that the issue of us, getting into how you call it, continuously discussing or maybe talking about engaging in violence, not inviting the laws or letting the law to take its course. It is indeed an alarming situation in Liberia that we think we are to, desist from that. It is not right. It is not appropriate for us to do so. The laws handles everything. And now those law schools that we have, since they have started, lecturing about the rule of law, I think that series should extend into our community, make a public awareness that public, the entire public will know what their rights are and know that where your rights ends, another person's right starts from there. So that we move, it's getting alarming now. We don't have guns in our country. I don't want to see if we were like where I said where you had gun rights and this and that. I don't want to see it. Me every day will be killing one another every single day. And that's one thing I thank God for. We don't have that right in Liberia. Because if we do, means every single day somebody will die of gun violence. But it is important that we, let law to deal with issue, then taking matters into our own hands. Those things does not of us well. And the law series, I'm appealing to them that the public needs more. We need more. It's important that those events or those issues be extended into the community awareness. Let's do that on the issue of law. Let people get to know. Let people get to discuss. Because honestly speaking, we are not doing anything good. We will grab the moment they say roll in Liberia. Oh boy, forget it. When they grab you, they will beat you. Like what man said, they will beat you like a dog. They will beat you good. Is it right for somebody to steal? No, I'm not saying it's right. But equally so, can we involve the law into it? Yes, we can. Because even if the mob violence will end our very self into some problem too. Just say, for example, the other incident that happened on Thursday that was on social media on Friday. They have arrested those guys and they are in jail. The person who recorded, the people who stood by, who didn't help, they all got arrested. That is, we call failure to act. And that's why in this country, they always say, when you see something, say something. You fail to act. It was very necessary that you step in, whether who was on the phone or says you step in to let the people, to tell that person, hey, you guys got to stop, and making them to fight. You standing there recording while they're beating on the person. Like, we are such an interesting country. We ought to do better. We ought to do better. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So I think it's important that we let law deal with issues. That we let the law deal with issue, than us taking matters into our own hands, which it is not appropriate. It is not called for. Well, folks, tomorrow we'll be here again. Throughout this week, we'll be here with another edition, and we'll be, talking to people. We'll have guests from tomorrow up to Wednesday. The entire week will be full with guests. We invite you to follow us. Like our page, this is the only platform for District Number 4, Twah River, Nima County. Tomorrow we'll be in conversation with Harrison Bowl at the Complete Comprehensive uh, Health Center. And then on Tuesday, we'll be in conversation with the acting vice chancellor of ABC University, Mr. Niamaru, will be our guest here. And then on Wednesday, we will be hosting the policymaker. And our honest Massey will be our guest on Wednesday. And please come, ask a question. Send in, like we always say, you send in a question, we will ask your question on your behalf. So come and join us on Wednesday as we have a very fruitful discussion with the honorable man. And we are hoping that you guys will come and follow us. Once again, tomorrow we'll be in conversation here. And then uh, on Tuesday, we'll host ABC University. On Wednesday, we'll host Honorable Mansier. And then we'll give the rest of the week the lineup for the rest of the week. Thank you all for following us here tonight. We'll call it a day from here, and then hopefully by God's willing. Those of you that follow us, those that were watching, I want to say thank you to you all. Keep watching us, like our page, share to your followers too as well. God's willing. Who remember that statement? God's willing, I'll be back. What remember that statement? That was the former president of Liberia, Dagmana, Dr. Gange Charles Taylor, said, God's willing, I will be back. So God's willing, tomorrow we'll be here again. And I want to say thank you to you all. Do have a blessed night and bye from my end.